What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game NBA 2K12, which was released on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PSP, Nintendo Wii, the PC, and Xbox 360 by 2K Sports, which is a scenario of 2K games, and by Visual Concept. And this game is of course is based off of the 2011 NBA season where pretty much the Miami Heat pretty much won the NBA championship that particular season. So a lot of the stats and records and stuff like that are pretty much based off of that season also, you know what I'm saying, which includes like the rosters and stuff. Now the game modes within NBA 2K12 are quick game, tutorial, NBA's greatest game modes, my player, management roster, features and options. Now, quick game is the exhibition mode, of course, where you can pick two specific teams, whether it's like Miami versus Denver or the Lakers versus the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And once you like pick the two specific teams and stuff, you can pick like a few different jerseys from the jersey they were using that particular season to throwback jerseys and stuff like that for each team and everything. So if you like the older jersey from say like the Pistons or the Heat or the Rockets, stuff like that, you can pretty much use them. You know what I'm saying? Now the tutorial is pretty much give you used to the gameplay of NBA 2K12, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much different based on which console that you're playing it on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Wii has the most motion controls and all that. You know what I'm saying? This and all of it, of course, is you getting used to the offense and defensive plays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like blocking, shooting, stealing, assists, and stuff like that. Now the NBA greatest consists of 16 specific challenges that you can complete. All you have to do is like play a normal like NBA game to complete them, and they involve like different teams and superstars from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, like Bill Russell, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and all of them, also Larry Bird, one thing about NBA's greatest is that it has, like I say, it has 16 challenges, but the final challenge had to be unlocked by playing the first 15 challenges. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they won't tell you what it is specifically until you unlock it and everything. Now, in game mode, you can pick different modes like the association, the NBA blacktop playoffs, season and situation. Now, pretty much you can set like the number of players from 1 to 30. You can change the season length, which is like 29, 58, or full 82 games, stuff like that. And you could pretty much turn off different things like player roles, trading deadlines, and different things like that. And then the in the things like blacktop, you can pick slam dunk, pick games, 3 point shootout, and games game of 21. Now the slam dunk is pretty much practically a slam dunk contest where you pick two players to go up against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or like and Dominique Wilkins, just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? Now there is like pretty much a 90-second time limit where each player you try to do different dunks and everything to score a certain amount of points. And one thing about it is that if you repeatedly try to do the same dunks, you get a lower score each time. And so what you want to do is pretty much do pretty much different dunks like every single time to get your points as get as many points as possible as far as racking them up, and whoever has the most points pretty much is the winner and everything. And another thing about the 3 point shootout is pretty much the three point contest like it is with the NBA All Star game, like the dunk contest. But instead of having 2 players, you can go up to 4. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you have like 5 different basketballs that you shoot in it with and everything. Where the first 4 was worth 1 point, and the final one on the rack is worth 2 points and everything. And of course, you pick like different players like Ray Allen, Mike Bibby, Stephen Curry, Steve Nash, and others. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like the contest. Um, the one with the most points is the winner and everything. Now the pickup game is pretty much street basketball games with the street ball rules. You know what I'm saying? Like um, the inside, the 3 pointers are worth 2 points, and anything within that is worth 1 point. You know what I'm saying? And whoever sinks the ball first pretty much gets first possession. You know what I'm saying? You can pick like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, or 5-on-5. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you pretty much pick like the best players. It's pretty much from. It's pretty similar to slam dunk in the fact that you could pick different players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and different other players like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Game of 21 is a street ball game um pickup game, but you only can use 3 players with the goal of trying to get 21 points and everything. And you could pick the same players like you would in slam dunk and pickup games and stuff like that. Now, my player is essentially where you create a player with the goal of trying to be in the NBA draft and stuff like that. You can pretty much make different changes like to the player's parents, his vitals, his accessories, shoes, attributes, signatures, and everything like that. Now, once you're done with creating the player, you can pretty much go to play now, home, my player options, or save/quit and stuff like that. And with the managed roster, you can pretty much do like different things, like create a team, create a player, which is of course like in a different kind of different from the my player mode. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you can manage the playbook of each team. You know what I'm saying? Add a particular play or take away a particular play, whatever you like to do. You know. And as far as features are concerned, it contains the soundtrack of the game, the stats of the user data name, in like regards to the exhibition game, the like the season mode and stuff like that. Now the extras pretty much contains cheats, and you are allowed to view the credits of people within 2K that made the game, along with people from Visual Concepts and stuff. Now, in the options, you can pretty much change different stuff like my NBA settings, the controls. You can reset the roster, view the user profile, to save the game, load a particular profile, anything stuff like that. So with NBA 2K12, there is a lot of content, you know what I'm saying, regardless if you're talking about the 360 version or the Wii version and stuff like that. Now, one thing I can say is that the graphics and design for NBA 2K12 are pretty good, and it has some pretty much some nice color palettes to it and everything. Now, the controls and gameplay are pretty good in my opinion, and to me, with the Wii version, I can honestly say that 2K pretty much utilized the motion controls pretty well, in my particular opinion, for this specific game and everything. Yeah, it's pretty solid, you know. Now the soundtrack is pretty good, you know what I'm saying. I'll be honest enough to admit that I'm not super familiar with all the songs that are in NBA 2K 12, which consists of different like rap songs, rock songs, stuff like that. But uh, like I said, it's pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, with the soundtrack and everything. Now, and all any of the gripes that I do have with NBA 2K11, I mean 2K12 rather, is minor at best. You know what I'm saying? So it's not worth harping about. You know what I'm saying? Because because I've enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not the biggest like fan of the NBA 2K series and stuff like that. But in conclusion, NBA 2K12 is a pretty solid game, and I would recommend it to anybody who is a basketball fan and anybody who is a fan of the 2K NBA 2K series. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the more recent in 2K titles as far as the NBA is concerned, but NBA 2K12 is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? As far as a score, I definitely give NBA 2K12 a 9 out of 10 and everything. With that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about NBA 2K12, you know what I'm saying, whether you like a specific feature within the game and stuff like that. Whether you prefer the Xbox 360 version or the PC version or whatever the case may be. And if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.